Hey, everybody. I'm Jessica Radloff, host of the official Big Bang Theory podcast, and I am thrilled to welcome today the absolutely hilarious, wonderful, just adorable person that is Kunal Nayyar back to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here today. I just adore you.
Thank you.
As I said, of course, you were here last time. You joined us on Zoom. Mm-hmm. You did an interview that was in a newspaper, I think in London, not that long after, to promote a movie of yours. And what you said went viral. I don't know if you realized it.
Yes, I have.
You said, I love to go on GoFundMe at night and just pay random families' medical bills. And this story, I still see it pop up in news alerts. It went everywhere. Did you anticipate something like that? I mean, I just think that is the coolest thing. And of course you do that.
Well, first of all, thank you. I've done over 10,000 interviews in my life, and it just so happens in this particular one, we were all joking around. It was a comedy podcast, and someone asked me, what's your vigilante? If you had one superpower, what do you do that's a masked vigilante superpower? And I said, well, late at night, sometimes I browse GoFundMe and I fund people's medical bills or dog surgeries, or that's sort of how it started, with dog surgeries, and then once in a while I'll go and help families in need. And I just said it was like glib. It wasn't like, oh well, this is what I do. It was glib. It was like just literally I must have spent less than 45 seconds or a minute talking about it. And then, of course, that thing gets picked up and now it's everywhere. And look, there are worse things to be known for, I think. But now my DMs are just blowing up with people asking for money, which is, understandably, people are really hurting and are in need. And like I said, too, the money can buy you freedom. Mm-hmm. And it can also give you an opportunity to give back. Yeah. And that's the greatest gift I think we've all gotten on Big Bang, is the ability to give back. Yeah,
it's so true. It was just the greatest story. It made me so happy. And I'm like, of course, that's what Kunal is doing, because he is the most generous, nicest guy. And it just makes me happy every time I see a news alert, like Kunal Nayyar paying families' medical bills or, dog surgeries. And I was like,
better than being known for something else.
I know. I was like, God bless him. We need more people like this out there. Well, those are the news alerts we want to see.
That's good. Yeah. Anytime there's a news alert, I'm holding my breath. I'm like, did I drink too much rosé in St. Bart's one day? I mean, what happened?
I just would love to meet one of those families that you helped out, and to hear, because it's anonymous, right? When you do
That's the point.
Yeah. Good for you. That's the point. We should have come with a superhero cape today. And
oh, stop, please.
We got your little Funko doll over there, but next time I'm going to bring a superhero cape for you. And it'll be superhero Kunal. Anyway, I'm so happy to have you here today because this episode in particular that we're going to talk about, I saved especially for you, because I remember you said to me last time, I want to talk about this. And in fact, you wanted to talk about it last time. And I was like, we're not there yet. I was like, we're only in seasons 1 and 2. I was like, but when we get to season 3, episode 8, the Adhesive Duck Deficiency, you're going to be here for that one.
Yes. Thank you so much.
And here you are to talk about this episode is a classic. One, you have Penny and Sheldon together sharing scenes because Penny slips in the shower and dislocates her shoulder, and Sheldon has to take her to the hospital. And that does not go well at all. But also you, Leonard, and Howard go to the desert to see the Leonid meteor shower, and you end up getting stoned. By mistake. You never even see the meteor shower. Yeah. And it's just absolutely hilarious. Why was this one of your favorites? Because there's so many good episodes, but why was this one to stand out?
I think for me personally, I got to deliver this monologue about being the king of rabbits. And it was the most, out of all the things I've said on the show, one of the most inane, bizarre, illogical thought pattern that he has, because he's high on cookies, and just delivering that and the richness of that monologue was really the reason I fell in love with this episode, that I get to see these words. I don't even remember what it was, but it was something like, I am the king of rabbits and one day they'll eat me, or something ridiculous, but it was just it was a lot of fun.
I wish we could play the whole episode for everyone. We're going to show clips. But
okay, good.
But wasn't there something also that you said about, because you guys were going to take off your shirts originally?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you're going to show that clip, but Yeah, that's the story.
Get there, but not all the way, because Chuck was like...
Yeah, so basically what happens is in the end of the episode, we're around the fire and we're just gobbling all the brisket that Howard's mom had made. And originally when we shot that, our shirts were off. Our shirts were off and we were around the fire and Chuck yells cut and he comes in and he's like, at that time, I think Johnny had just finished or was still in the middle of his Broadway show.
Okay.
A Little Dog Laughed.
Okay. That might have been a few years earlier, but
he was still ripped.
He was, yes.
He was ripped.
Yeah.
And I was working out a lot at that
Johnny
time.
Galecki.
Yeah. And I was working out a lot of the time too. So I was in really good shape because I was still young and my metabolism was good. And I was in really good shape and our shirts were off. And then Chuck comes in and yells cut and he's like, guys, put their shirts back on because these guys don't have gym bodies. Like these characters don't have gym bodies, So I was like, okay, put my shirt back on, and I was like, I must be really ripped. Consequently, I've taken off my shirt at least 10 times in the show. Never happened again. So I was like, wow. I guess season 3 Raj was hot and every season after that. So that was hilarious. But that's the truth, that we had to put our shirts back on because at the time we were working out so much.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Well, we're going to watch one of the first clips, which is all the guys passed out. You probably haven't seen this episode since when?
I don't know.
2010? When it
Probably.
aired? Okay. All right. Well, we're going to show the first clip. Remember, you can watch the entire episode on HBO Max.
Stars are pretty, aren't they? Up above the world, so high, like little diamonds in the sky.
That's beautiful, dude. You should write that down before someone steals it.
So when do the meteors get here?
The meteors don't get here. The Earth is moving into their path.
I can feel it. I can feel the Earth moving. It's moving too fast. Raj, slow it down.
Okay, how's that?
Better, thanks. Stars are pretty, aren't they? What's so funny?
Is your American accent. Everything you say sounds stupid. Stars are pretty, aren't they?
First of all, your scrunchy face when you're trying
God.
to stop. You're like,
what a fool. What a fool.
Did you practice that face in the mirror?
No, I don't even know. Half the things just came to me in the moment. I don't know. But it was fun because, everyone got to make fun of my accent the whole show. So it was really fun to make fun of the American accent. Stars are pretty, aren't they? I'll never forget that.
You're so good at it.
I know, well.
It's so funny. I think you do it at another time also.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so we have another clip for you.
Okay.
This is I love this because the brisket.
Is this the brisket scene?
This is the brisket scene where, well, you know what? Let's just play the clip. Again, watch it on HBO Max when you get a chance, but let's take a look.
I'm so hungry.
Will you shut up? We're all hungry. Okay, our objective is the Boy Scout campsite to the east. Easy target, big, doughy Scoutmaster, couple of cubs, mostly Weebelos.
What kind of score are we looking at?
Hot dogs, buns, s'mores. I mean, it's a freaking 7-Eleven.
All right, everyone grab flashlights.
Oh my God, could it be? Yes! My mother put an I love you brisket in my backpack!
Quick, get forks.
You don't need forks, it's so tender, it falls apart in your hands. He's right! Yes.
I feel like we're forgetting something important.
Me too, but what? Maybe a Tupperware bowl of roasted potatoes and carrots? Yes!
What were you really, was that like, how was the brisket in that scene?
Delicious.
Really?
Yeah. So Scott, who used to do all of
Scott
our,
London.
Scott London,
Yeah.
who passed away, I believe, last year,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
he did.
He did all of our props and he did all of our set dressing, basically. And because the prop department and the set dressing department are different, it's very confusing. Doesn't matter. Scott London would also make all of our food. So predominantly, most of the food that you see is actually Scott making it. So depending on the evening, he'd be like, what do you want? And there was a phase where all we wanted to eat was ramen for some reason. So he would just make this ramen that we would just eat all the time. So that brisket was delicious. He was very, very good cook.
Oh, he is so good. He and his wife would work on it together.
Exactly.
And it didn't matter what time of day that like he needed to make something, he would absolutely do it.
He was a lovely guy, and he'll be missed a lot.
Absolutely. No, I'm so glad you brought him up because it's so funny. So that was the scene you were supposed to be without your shirt.
Yes,
Simon, though.
Simon. Yeah, no one said anything about Simon. No offense, Simon.
Just a dickie. That's all he
Simon's
had
just
on.
not much of a gym guy.
Yeah.
He's just naturally skinny.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and the
'cause
rest of
he's
us.
never sitting down. He's just always walking.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That guy.
So, but that was the scene that you were supposed to be shirtless in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Where did you must have filmed that on stage?
Yeah, on stage, for those of you who don't know, we really very rarely left stage, and they built everything on our sound stage, and they built that. Very few, some of the park scenes when you're walking in a park, and you can tell because it sounds kind of different.
Yeah.
Right? Some of those we would shoot just outside the lot, but the only time I think we really left, I'm trying to think, we shot some stuff with Stephen Hawking. Not on the set.
Yes.
And then Simon went to Dodger Stadium or Angel Stadium, I believe, to do the first pitch. But even like season 6, all the space stuff, we recreated that on a stage, on our sound stage.
That's amazing. You guys were indoor cats.
Yeah, but you think about it. Like, I know we're not talking about season 6, but what other multi-camera sitcom has ever created a space station?
Oh, I know.
And we never really, I'm not bitter, but we never,
I'm bitter.
Never got the accolades for it because multi-camera, I guess, in the industry and awards were never seen as prestige. But you go back and watch some of the production quality of those episodes in a multi-camera in front of a live audience. I think it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it truly is. And I'm not just saying that. Like it still, I don't know what the phrase is, but it drives me crazy that the show was nominated for Outstanding Comedy Series at the Emmys, but never won. And to me, that's just a travesty.
That's okay.
No, it isn't. I'm still pissed at it. I was like, this show deserved
It's very
it.
difficult to compare the genres of multi-camera and single camera.
Right.
Because as you know, in single camera, you break the proscenium and you look directly into the camera, so you have a relationship with the audience.
Yeah.
In a multi-camera, it's like a proscenium. You're watching a play.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to put those two shows in the same category.
Very true. It's also, in my opinion, harder to pull off a multicam and make it so funny with the jokes and the heart. So to me, that's the harder medium.
There's nowhere to hide.
Exactly.
Every second line has to be, that's why Chuck Lorre is a genius.
Yes, absolutely. Steve Milaro, Steve Holland, what
That's
they
true.
did. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. So in the third clip from this episode, speaking of Mr. Steve Holland, this was the joke that got him, like, he was already in the writer's room, but he had just started in season 3. And usually when you're just starting out as a writer, like, you're kind of, you're trying to find your place. Yeah. You're trying to get those jokes in and stuff. And they were working late one night. They couldn't find a good tag for the end of this episode. And it was Holland who came up with the line that you say that ends this episode that made it in. And he felt like this kind of was like, okay, like this kind of cemented me going forward.
I have no recollection of this line, by the way, so I want to watch it myself.
Good. We're going to go watch it now. And you tell me if you remember it.
And the next morning, when he woke up, he rolled over and realized, dun, dun, dun. She was his cousin.
That's still not funny.
That's still not funny.
And she was my second cousin.
And she was my second cousin.
You're a real douche.
Who cares? You slept with your cousin!
I mean, Raj is just living his best life in this episode.
Well, it's nice to be the one making fun of people as opposed to being made fun of.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. Oh man, that whole episode was so much fun.
I mean, now I know why you love this episode so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just so, I mean, Raj just shines so much. And yeah, because we find out Howard did sleep with his second
Yes,
cousin.
I went in the monologue that he gives.
Yes.
It's when I watch this stuff, I think there just really wasn't a bad day. It was so, I mean, in all, think about it, like 12, almost 13 years really from start to finish.
Yeah.
Every single day away from your families, births, deaths, fights, everything that happens in our lives, right? In the human experience. But every moment on set really was a joy. And what was the greatest gift I think we had in that the show was bigger than us. Like our respect and our discipline and our work ethic was because the show was bigger than any one individual's need. And that's, I think, what it takes to make a great team.
Absolutely. And your parents even came on vacation with you and the guys,
That was
right?
silly.
Tell us about that.
This is ridiculous, though. This is ridiculous.
It's so good.
So this is way in the beginning of sort of Big Bang when we had just started, before we had been married and had families, and some people were, but like we didn't. Before our lives got much bigger. When it was just a smaller life, we could get up and so every year the guys and the girls would go on vacation together somewhere, and then they would bring their partners and they'd have a great time. And the one wasn't dating anyone at the time, so I said, "Can I bring my parents along?" And they were like, "Oh, great!" And we went to San Isidro Ranch in Santa Barbara, in Montecito, and my parents came to dinner, and they were having a great time. And they were so lovely. The gang was so loving to allow my parents to come for this vacation that we had. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the best decision, but my parents are lovely, and they're like young adults themselves.
And I think your mom and Johnny hit it off.
Oh yeah,
Is that right?
Yes, of course. Yeah, because they both opened a pack of cigarettes and sat outside and talked about life forever. So it was great.
I love when people bring parents
Yeah.
to things like this. I always credit my parents for the reason that I even have a relationship with all of you guys. You don't even know this, but
Remind me.
it was, I don't even think I've told this story before, but my parents have always been fans of Chuck Lorre. And I was at an event that was honoring Chuck for the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. And I was telling this to Chuck, how much, my dad loves his shows and all that. And Chuck's like, "We'll have him come to set." And I said, "Well, my parents live in St. Louis. They're not out here in LA." He goes, "So?" And I was like, "Well, my dad's a lawyer. It's not like he can just get up and, and he's like, "I don't care." He's like, "Have them come out and we will take them to set. We'll give you guys tours and stuff." And I called my dad right afterwards. I was like, "Chuck Lorre wants you to come out to LA with mom and he's going to take you around on set." And he was like, "Really?" And sure enough, the next week,
So nice.
he and my mom flew out, and Chuck had various, actors from his different shows show them around and take them. And what was so great is that at that point, like, it was because of my parents that's how I got to know Chuck so well.
Lovely.
And then Chuck would always be like, "How's mom and dad? How's mom and dad?"
Yeah.
And when it first came to when I had to ask Chuck and the Steves, to say like, "Would you want to work on a book together?" Chuck was like, "Of course. And I love your parents." So, like he always wanted, and I credit my parents with part of the reason that we ended up having that camaraderie together. So I'm all for the parents, like bring them, show them off. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, it
was just really nice of them to accept my family and, as their own. So.
Yes, it's so great. Over the course of all 12 seasons, you got to wear some iconic costumes. I think you probably hit your peak in season 3 with the eccentric costumes. So I thought it would be fun to show images of some of your best looks from season 3. Is there any that come to mind right off the bat?
Because, and being completely honest, everything blends together. I don't know in which season I wore what, in my defense, please, because season 3 was 2010.
Yes.
So for 16 years ago, 17 years ago, I don't even know.
I know
So I don't have any record. I know the costumes I wore. I just don't know which season.
Yeah. Well, you always had layers on.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that.
Let's
okay.
see.
So the first costume, let's take a look at. Okay. This is when we first meet the guys.
Oh my God.
The origin story of apartment 4A. Very Miami Vice.
I know, that's because that was the only television show I would get into. That's funny.
Did you like getting to wear something
Yes,
like that?
of
That
course.
was
Look at that hair too. It's so great. You see that what you realize is Raj starts dressing like Leonard.
Yes.
You see what Leonard is wearing is this is what he comes, then he's like, oh, that's what Americans wear,
Right.
not this. So then that's why that's why Leonard looks like what Raj used to wear.
Yes.
What Raj wears what Leonard used to wear. Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, let's go look at another costume.
Oh no. Well, this is my all-time favorite. I kept that.
What?
No, I didn't. I can't fit into that anymore. That was a joy. That was I had way too much fun wearing that.
What did your wife say when she saw this?
She covered her eyes. She's like, I cannot unsee that.
So good. Okay, let's take a look at another lovely costume of yours.
Oh, that is we shot that in a roller rink.
Yes,
yeah, an actual roller rink
in
yeah.
Glendale. I
That
had a
was
birthday party
so
there once.
fun. Fell on my bum once in front of everyone too while doing that. But look at Simon's. He's got just has no bum for a man. I've never seen a man with no bum. This
So
also
great.
the scene where we're revolving and I'm doing that and Simon's face is just like this.
No.
That's literally epitomizes 12 years of a friendship. My over positive, overtly excited energy, and Simon just always rolling his eyes at me.
There's another favorite costume
there
of
is?
yours, but we're going to hold that for season 4.
Oh, okay.
So people have to tune in.
Oh, I
to
know what
see.
that one is.
Don't
Oh, okay,
spoil
don't
it.
say.
Don't spoil it here.
Does it start with an A and end with an N?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well played.
Sadly, it's not a Berg.
The Bergs.
The Bergs. I love it. All right, you ready for a quick game?
Sure.
Game of firsts we're going to play?
Okay.
Okay, so first time Raj's storyline surprised you.
I'd say the easy answer would be, episode 8, season 1, when he first talks to Penny with a grasshopper, probably.
The fact that you know what episode is
I
so
know
impressive.
that. I know that one because it was right about the strike happened
Yes.
right before, right after. So that one specifically. I'll say there's one thing that there's a couple of scenes in the show that were very grounded in this sort of emotional reality.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Raj cries to Penny, end of season 5 was 5, maybe,
Yeah, I
when
think
he
it's end of
says,
season 5.
and he says, what's wrong with me? And there was something about that really was very vulnerable. For the first time, he's admitting that he's incapable of finding love.
Mm.
And there was something very emotional about the moment when he just says, what's wrong with me? And then he realized he's talking to her and he's like, I am talking to you. And I haven't had a drink, So,
Yeah.
and then there was one where there was a scene where Howard and Raj have a conversation about religion. We shoot that in front of a temple. We talk about how can you be religious and yet be a scientist. It's again just a scene that probably is in passing for people,
Yeah.
but for me it was surprising we've never really tackled that much in the show, and that was a really lovely conversation. The writers were really good at that, sprinkling in this sort of humanity.
And also what was so special too is the way that you just loved Raj so much.
Yeah.
I will never forget. I think it was this Valentine's Day even. You posted something to your Instagram.
Yeah, with me sitting with the big teddy bear.
With you sitting with the big teddy bear
Yeah.
that was like later in like season 10 or 11. And you were like, to all the people that are either single, or don't have someone on this Valentine's Day, Raj is always with you or something. And it was just so heartwarming and so cute.
It's an interesting thing for me, and everyone's different in the way they experience their lives. But for me, that really feels like not really a part of me. Like
Yeah.
I can detach. Like that was a character I loved and a character I played, and obviously brought things within me to the character. But I still feel like that I'm able to talk about that character as a specific time and space, right? Now, it's
Absolutely.
very difficult to talk about the show without being emotional, and I'm sure you see this with every guest who comes on. At some point, you catch yourself because it's still almost impossible to talk about the show without feeling huge waves of emotion. And I'm not sure I can understand what that is or characterize it, but it was such a joyous period, uncomplicated period of life,
Yeah.
with surrounded by so much love that it's hard to talk about without without feeling emotional, you know?
Do you ever think about, like we were joking before about doing a reunion for the 20th, but it very well could happen. Do you often think about getting you guys all in the same room again? And is that just too emotional of a thing to comprehend right now? Or do you really truly look forward to a day where you can?
I mean, of course I look forward to it, but I would be lying if I said, yes, we should do it tomorrow. No, I think it's still difficult. It's not difficult like, oh, I don't want to be around these people.
Right,
I just think for all of us, I think it's still, it's so, I know it doesn't feel so soon because it's been so long.
Right.
But I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
When we see each other or when we hang out with each other, there's still so much emotion, you know? Actors.
You're making me a little teary
actors.
and stuff. No, but I get it because I don't want to really insert myself into the story too much, but when Friends had their reunion to launch HBO Max back in 2021, I believe it was, I was watching that and I was in the middle of writing the book for you guys, and I was so emotional watching that reunion because I felt like we're doing a different type of reunion now for the book, but it was that same emotion of these people that we're watching on our screens have become like family to so many. And what you did on this show was so exceptional and beautiful. And to get, even if it's not in the same room, but to talk to you guys and get you all to share your memories, I was like, there is something so specific and heartwarming about this. So I get it in that way.
I think what people don't realize is audiences fall in love with the characters.
Yes.
But behind those characters are humans who are playing those characters. Mm-hmm. And the humans behind the mask are living and very similar emotional and psychological lives as everyone else in the world, which is happiness and sadness and joy and depression, death, sickness, everything. And we never had the luxury over 12 years to call in sick, you know, or if someone passes away.
Yeah.
You don't, my family lives in India.
Right.
I mean, I remember my grandmother passed away during a taping of Big Bang.
Oh.
And I had finished my scenes for the day, and I went up to Chuck and Bill and I said, hey, can I leave? Because my grandmother's passed and I'm going to fly to India tonight or tomorrow morning or whatever.
Yeah.
And I flew home to India. You get there 1.5 days later to the funeral, flew back the next day, rehearsed one day and shot an episode. Yeah.
Wow.
Just didn't miss one day. Couldn't miss any days. The only time was, and Kaylee broke her leg. And I think even she just missed like one, and then we did it with a body double.
Yeah. One episode, and then she was behind the bar at the Cheesecake Factory to do it. It was really all of your work.
No matter what happens, there was not a day you missed.
Yeah. No. Well, that is a testament to you guys as human beings, first and foremost. It was truly amazing. We got completely off track on this game, but I don't mind because I love hearing these stories. No, don't apologize.
Sorry.
I love.
This is what they tune in for the gossip.
I know. I love this stuff. Yeah. What gossip do you have for us? You want to spill anything?
None.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
Okay. First,
you know more gossip than me.
I know.
You know more about the show than I do.
I joke one day there'll have to be a book that's like everything that wasn't in the first book. We're gonna spill it all for the second. Yeah. But no, that's under lock and key. Okay, first time you felt proud of your performance.
I don't know specifically the moment, but I will say like season 3, I really began to feel comfortable. I think for the first couple of seasons, even when I go back and watch, I'm pushing every joke. I'm trying to make a moment happen. And season 3, I really felt I began to let it go and just say the words and really trust. That's why I never understood shows that just get canceled in 6 episodes. You don't give anyone an opportunity to be able to blend into this new thing that they're doing, you know? So I think season 3 is when I mean I let it go, I mean I got out of my way. And season 3 is when I really began to feel comfortable, and for that probably proud. I don't know if it was proud, but that's when I really began to feel like, okay, just let it happen, trust your instinct, you know?
Wow. First time you broke character on set.
Me, I was the worst. It's like every episode, probably the first episode, I got a lot better as the years went on. But those first few years, man, I would just say my own line and start laughing. I was like, because it's so funny.
It is so funny. Do you remember when you had to say Bitcoin in what you said? Oh my
God, yeah. I added a CH at the end of it by mistake. But the bloopers are great. Sometimes I'll go back and watch bloopers because they're so fun. They were so funny. And I mean, even towards the end, like Jim, who had the most heavy lifting to do on the show, was so brilliant and so professional, never broke. Yeah. But even towards the end of the series, he allowed himself to like let loose a bit, and that was hilarious.
Oh, there's a scene with him and Kathy Bates where Kathy
is like, oh my God.
You know, she doesn't know when to begin and start, and Jim is sitting there like, I always dreamed of working with Oscar winner Kathy Bates, and you know,
and she says, "Bite." Doesn't she say bite me? Or she says, "Oh, bite me."
Yeah, it is just so good because it's like, you know, here he is getting such joy.
I never forget watching. So Stephen Hawking had come to watch rehearsals.
Yeah.
And Simon is doing the Stephen Hawking voice in front of Stephen Hawking, who's watching rehearsals. And Stephen was loving my friend Stephen, my late friend Stephen was loving it. But I was like, that's when I couldn't keep it together. Just trying to, I could not believe that this was happening.
Yeah.
You know, well, there's many things that happened, of course. Mark Hamill and when they were getting married and all the celebrities showed up and the whole D&D.
Yes.
You know,
Shatner,
I remember when Rick Fox, you guys probably don't even know who Rick Fox is, but he was a famous Los Angeles basketball player. And I'm a huge NBA fan, huge Laker fan. Rick Fox was on the show.
As Glenn, Bernadette's boyfriend.
Which is
hysterical.
Oh man, we've had some,
Oh, it's so good. Anthony Rich is going to come on for season 4 because he directed that episode.
Anthony Rich was our first assistant director for 12 years and then directed a bunch of episodes too.
Yes, the Love Car Displacement, I think, in season 4. So Anthony directed that in season 3, and then in season 4 he did the Love Car Displacement, where he's gonna come talk about that episode because all of you guys are together going up to this conference. Everybody's like sleeping in each other's rooms because nobody's getting along, and then Rick Fox shows up as Bernie's ex-boyfriend, Glenn.
He's like 6'8".
Yeah, the juxtaposition between it's like
Simon's like his look.
So good. So good. Okay. Speaking of Simon, first time you and Simon Helberg found your rhythm.
Oh, I think from the moment, I mean, I think that's all of us. I think we just, from the table read, the pilot, just from day one. Yeah. We just, I don't know, lucky.
They applauded you guys when you walked in on the pilot episode. The second episode, that was the pilot. Yeah. There were 2 pilots. You guys just walked in Leonard and Sheldon's apartment and they start applauding you.
From day one, we had just great chemistry. It's just very lucky. Lightning in a bottle. It happens. We're humbled, you know. Luck and grace.
First wardrobe or prop that made you laugh?
Of my own?
Yeah, of Raj's, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe this is what I had to wear for 12 years. Are you kidding me? Then they started flat ironing my hair.
What did your parents think about your look?
They were like, I'll tell you, beta means son. What have they done to my beta? What have they done to my handsome son?
Oh gosh, too good. First time you had to do something out of your comfort zone.
I mean, many things on the show, but I will say handling a snake was, or putting my hand in the jar with a tarantula. Handling the snake, pulling the snake. That's the first time I handled a snake. I had to pull the snake out of the drawer when Sheldon is trying to scare me with a snake. And I'm like, I'm Indian, which is slightly racist if you think about it, but that's funny. And I like, oh, look at it. And I have to, and it was like that big white albino snake. And then also when I had the rats crawling up when we're in the sewage, in the little bunker down there. I don't even know. We had the professor of the creepy crawlies, the episode with all the creepy crawlies.
Yes. You didn't even have the tarantula on you.
No, I didn't. But it was. But my
scared out of your mind.
Because my arm was right there and it's crawling up. Oh,
it's crawling up on Simon, oozing out. Something. Yeah. Oh.
I don't.
Sorry to bring that up. Okay, one more because we could go on forever here. The first person you'd call for advice today from the cast.
Oh, great question. I mean, Melissa and I are very, very close, obviously, and have stayed close even after the show. But this is going to be funny. So,
Okay, tell us.
so Kaylee was the youngest on the show, right? Obviously, when we shot the pilot, she couldn't even legally drink alcohol. So we all went out for drinks, and she couldn't even order a drink, believe it or not. And she was always the youngest. But if you watch the show, she sort of became a de facto like mother figure, obviously not for Leonard, but for us. And she too was like in our group, always the sort of caretaker, we'd always go to her if we needed something. And and now seeing what a beautiful woman she has blossomed into being a mother, and what an incredible career that she's had as a producer, as an actor, after the show. If I was to ask advice, I would go to Kaylee. Really, I know it sounds like, because she was just our little baby, and now she's become this powerhouse and of a human who's experienced a lot in life. So I'm going to go with Kaylee Cuoco, and I trust women more than men as it is when it comes to anything. So I definitely go to Kaylee.
If she ever asks you to babysit her daughter, would you?
Absolutely, I would do anything for her. I don't have kids. I like giving them back when I'm done. I don't know, babysitting them. So yeah, I would. But I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Like,
That's why I would love to see it.
Yeah. What do you?
Well, she's at least like 2 now, so it's not like you're dealing with a baby. Like,
can you just give an iPad and then I'll go golfing and they could just do the iPad thing?
Kunal.
If I had a child, they just let them watch stuff. I don't know. Cut this part out because there goes all my goodwill. I'm not a kid guy. What am I supposed to do? I like dogs.
Listen, we are so grateful you like dogs, because you are so good with animals, and
thank you.
It's always fun to see you with Boba Fett, your dog.
Yeah, my dog Boba Fett is old now, 15 years old.
That's
He's
crazy.
blind as a bat. He can barely hear. Only eats treats all day. He's living his best life.
Oh, well, I was so afraid. I was at your house once, and I was feeding him some of the food on my plate, and I was scared to death afterwards. I was like,
really?
What if? Yeah, I was like, because he kept coming over.
No. He eats everything. My dog can eat everything. I'm just saying every dog can.
Because he just kept coming over, and I was like, oh, it's so sweet. I want to poor
Speaking
dog.
of dog food, I'm plugging Kaylee Cuoco's company.
What is it called again?
Hey Norman.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Look at you.
Also just Norman. Hey Norman. Yeah, because she sends us the greatest treats for Boba. So
Oh, that's so sweet.
get all your dog treats from Kaylee Cuoco's company. Hey Norman. And I also just be called Norman, but hey, Norman.
You need to be in more commercials. You've
Yeah,
already
exactly.
pitched this, the eventual 20th reunion.
Yeah,
next
exactly.
Year. Look at you, Mr. Sales.
By the way, I will say Jessica, who has been one of our biggest champions and a real angel as an addition to this show, really tried to get Simon and I together to do this. So in the future, we will. We couldn't make it work for some scheduling reasons because I had to be in India, but we'll make it work. Can you imagine the two of us together?
No.
There'll be no questions asked. It'll just be us making fun of each other.
I'm not even going to put on mascara that day, because it'll just run right off, and I'll just be laughing the whole time.
He's
so
the best.
it's you.
He's
you
the
were,
best.
You are the best. Well, we're going to bring you back for season 4.
Great.
So we can talk about the bromance with Howard, and then also the crush on Bernadette, and then you end up in bed with Penny.
Yeah.
You were getting around in season 4.
Finally.
Finally. We got a lot, and that costume. Anyway. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Of course. No, everybody watch all the episodes of The Big Bang Theory on HBO Max. Of course, go back, watch all the podcast episodes too. We have a lot more great stuff coming your way. And remember, you can watch us on HBO Max or listen wherever you get your podcasts.